So I'm currently done with chapter one from the book The Power of Now. And so the follow up from the introduction. So this time he went in depth talking about emotions and how emotions and the mind have interconnected. Emotions are the physical or the physical interpretation of what the mind is giving out basically. Hope I'm not mixing it up. And how the emotion is very important, and how the emotion can play a huge part in our life. He didn't really say that, but he said something like that, and he talked about like when you feel certain emotions like anger, or when you're a person that has anger in them, you tend to meet people or situation or circumstances that will make you angry. So let's say you have anger in you, you keep feeling the emotion of anger. You tend to see or be in situations where you be angry, where people will make you angry. So, and he also talked about like when you try to resist that emotion, it becomes stronger. He didn't talk about how to like escape it, and he didn't also like talk about the good part. The good part he talked about was love, joy, and peace. He said that those ones are gotten from being still. When you're being still and present when you're present in the moment, you tend to slip into those emotions, but not for a very long time. And he said there's a difference between pleasure, short-term pleasure, and joy. He said that these three emotions, joy, peace, and love, these three emotions, they don't have a dual, like a opposite. But me, I don't know about that. He was saying that you don't really have an opposite. That the real joy is joy that comes from within. While the joy most of us we experience is from um pleasure gotten from short term things, gotten from the outside. Basically, that's what he defined joy as. Then he defined love as something that cannot be that can't slip back to hate, because he said that most times love can easily be switched back, like easily be can easily turn to hate very fast. But he said that this love that we feel when we're still is the love that can switch back into that can switch into hate. But he said that these emotions are short-lived because of they happen when we're still, when our mind is still, and when we are not doing much, when we're not thinking, when we're in the present moment. So those emotions, joy, peace, love, they are very these are very, very short-lived. What else did he talk about? He talked about like because of we are separated from our mind, we're not present with our mind, we go through pain, we go through endless pain. We tend to focus on outside things to give us pleasure, but those things are those distractions. And when they are gone, they are gone, the pleasure goes, and what comes is pain. So so basically, we're just talking about like when we're present, we with ourselves in the present moment. That's when we can have joy, peace, and serenity. And yeah, that's what I've learned currently.